Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for October the 13th through the 19th, 2014. And so let's just take a moment to center ourselves within the light that is the eternal source of our being, that represents our truth and has all the information that aligns you with the knowing of what your purpose is, that brings you into a sense of peace about safety and security as it relates to financial security, and just general well-being. Just allow that light to expand. And just be present with this aspect of yourself, which is your divinity. And just watch it expand out as you allow yourself to just connect in, or have the sense that you're logging in to your source. And feel that peace envelop you and embrace you. And allow yourself to just receive and be open to hearing your angels' messages. We're praying for clarification wherever you need it, have need for that, for confirmation, for inspiration, and for a light that will guide you and help you to feel a sense of confidence within your being. So as I just kind of tune into this energy grid for this week of information, I'm just seeing some symbols that I'm not quite familiar with. So first of all, I'm seeing just a lot of things that have to do with action and maybe they were showing me sort of detaching. Okay, so being a bit detaching from anything that would rob you of your sense of freedom that only you can find within your source. And it's about going into that place of oneness within you. And I get a sense that before taking action or making any decisions or taking any steps, you need to be very objective. You need to, be neutral. You need to really go with the vibration of feeling that is right for you. And truly underneath everything is a vibration of feeling, whether it's negative or positive. You are constantly getting feedback to the self that is giving you a vibration. And so if you can just simplify your understanding of how you're trying to communicate, how the universe is communicating with you using vibration. So simply, that which has the right vibration for you, that feels good to you, that vibration is a vibration that you should proceed along that line. So they just wrote the word book and life. So I'm getting a sense that maybe someone's life purpose has to do with writing a book. And that you have, and I'm not sure if you've begun or you just been, the first sense I get is that you feel, well, okay, they're telling me that you're on the right path, that this is a part of your life purpose, okay? And to trust that, to not worry about that, okay? So if you have been guided to write a book and you feel that they're letting you know that this is a part of your life purpose, and so they are giving you the ability right now. They're giving you the space and the time and the motivation to do that. So they're encouraging you about doing this work. So go with that. Go with that vibration of feeling, and it's almost like you're channeling this information. It's going to come through you. You may want to get out, go sit in a cafe to write. They're showing me this word again, but it just feels like it's a part of in this sort of sentence. So that you can have. I feel like you're trying to get motivated, and you're having trouble finding motivation, and maybe there's some distractions at home that's keeping you from getting started on your goals or focusing on your goals. And so it may be best for you to take a laptop and go sit in a cafe or some place where it's quiet and definitely away from your loved ones who would call for your attention. And I'm also getting that maybe you want to leave your cell phone or turn it off or put it on block calls or, silent mode. And so that you won't be tempted to be interrupted. And just to take time where you can connect in and you set a goal for yourself. You don't have to spend all day there. You can spend a few hours or so. But they're showing me, and whether you who are listening individually, if this is about you specifically or whatever else it is that you are trying to focus on that has to do with your life purpose right now, you can use this advice to your advantage as well. So don't allow yourself, be aware of when you're feeling vulnerable and like what things put you in that place, because it's so important that you begin to recognize that those feelings, that's negative feedback, is letting you know that you need to shift your thought or your beliefs or your actions, and be open to the possibilities that love would offer you. The feeling of love would inspire within you and give you that sense of flow and connection. So I'm going to just go ahead and kind of take a look at the cards for this week. But my general feeling and sense is that there is movement, and I know that the retrograde, we're in the Mercury retrograde, and I've been talking about this on Facebook page where I do the daily card messages, the writings there, and the angels really get more details and specifics about maybe what's going on each day and the general energy. But if I can say this in a short amount of time, what they've been telling us this week is that, if you've been feeling very tired and kind of loss of energy, or just emotionally some things have been going on, that you have a personal purpose, a transformation that's taking place, but there's also a universal transformation that's taking place. And if I can say this, that the awakening, it's almost like your higher self now is docking. Okay, it's coming in. So the shipment that we've all been waiting for, that all those resources, our spiritual gifts, etc., and the clarity of our purpose that we're looking for. But what comes with this landing and this integration of our higher self, which is now beginning to emerge, this very important this piece, which is going to allow this transformation on a universal scale to occur. It's going to, so basically, this is the reason you've been feeling some of this stuff going on, and it's because you're getting a major overhaul, like an upgrade, but it's really going through everything. And so it's going to put you in a place where you may be feeling like a lot of change, sudden change, a lot of sudden clarity. It's going to be like you wake up, and like waking up, sometimes you kind of feel like, wow, like, where am I, and what am I doing? I don't want that anymore. I want to do this. So or you may see things maybe turning out in a different way, because now the higher self is kind of really implementing its higher or overall plan that will fit in with your personal transformation and your life purpose, but it's going to expand it. So just expect this kind of an expansion going on right now. So let's take a look at the card for this week. The Archangel Oracle cards. So it's the Archangel Uriel. And you may have heard me talk about this card in the past. It always stops me because I'm always like, yeah, you say that, but I don't. But the Archangel Uriel is saying that you do know what to do. And this is saying that he's saying trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So he's saying here that you know what to do if you look, if you focus on the light within you, if you focus on that vibration of feeling and pay attention to it, because it's like a lamp. It's like this lantern. It is the guidance that it indicates. It tells the story. It tells the path. It tells your story. It has all of the solutions and that the blueprint that will lead you towards what's occurring for you. And some of this is going to be things that you're aware of, messages that you've been receiving, but it's also going to expand for you. So be open to what's unexpected, that's this beautiful blessing that just comes along with it. So let me just tune into this card and see what sense I get from this card. I just feel all of a sudden like I'm just moving, okay? And I feel like I am on a runway, but I see a plane in front of me, which is probably, and I'm probably, the sense is that I'm in an airplane and, waiting to take off. And so the one in front of me is also waiting to take off. And I felt like I just saw that one lift off, and so you're next. And so this could be literal for some of you about, moving or traveling, and like now they're shifting to a car, So if this is literal for any of you, and you have been thinking about this, they're giving you the go ahead, okay? And if it's something that a new pursuit that in your life, go for it, is what they're saying. All right, that this is right, it feels good. And in general, for the rest of us, you have this sense that you're about to lift off, that you're going on this journey. And whether this is, momentary, and this provides you with some new insights, or this takes you to a whole new level of experience and new desires and wanting. So, we're always going to be in a state of wanting, and we're launching new rockets of desires, which means we're going to be manifesting. So we have to know that like what we're already wanting, it gets layered, or we move beyond that. And so there's this sense that you have in you that you feel like you're ready to take off on something. So I get a sense it's something something about. And it's like you need to be open-minded. You need to be honest in order, okay, and this is the word, they're saying, yes, that's the word. So you have to be honest in order for this clarity to come to you. So this card, you know, I always feel like this card is, not in a negative way, but in a good way, it's kind of judging me. In a sense, it's telling me, come on, why are you asking me when you already know? Okay? And so you know, but you're just afraid to be honest with yourself for some reason. So as soon as you do that, then everything will fly. You will get out of the waiting mode, like, you know, like on runway, and your plane will be next to take off. So you won't have to, the delays will end, is what they're trying to tell me. As soon as you get in there and take off. But the honesty is what allows your plane to take off. You got to be honest with yourself, okay? Let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. All right, and now we have the Four of Air. And this reminded me of the retrograde again. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, well, we can't do this, or, you know, because, you know, it's a Mercury retrograde. But think about what Mercury retrograde is about. And I mean, I'm not an astrologer. I don't really get all of the information, just the bare minimum. What I'm saying to you now is insights that came to me through this week from the angels. And what we have to be aware of is that, so Mercury is about communication, one aspect of it. And when we have a retrograde, so it's kind of a reverse. And so I kind of consider this like an ebb versus a flow period. And so the ebb or retrogrades for me, or what the angels were telling me this week, is about putting us in the observer's mode, being better listeners, being receptive. So this is a period of receptivity. And also, I feel like because it's communication and because it's integration with our higher consciousness, what this particular period, I feel, of the Mercury retrograde is really assisting us with, since this is kind of, I get this feeling this is happening, is that it's getting you to rely on the inner communication, because the communication of source is above our concept of duality or contrast. And so solutions are always there, not problems. And so if you now, instead of relying on the external, and, you know, we often just kind of like don't pay attention, you know, when it's flowing time. And so these times help us to slow down, smell the roses, all of those kind of things, and take inventory. So this first card at the beginning of the week, the Four of Air, is to kind of like slow down your mind this week, okay? You're not going to know by having an overactive mind. And so this is about you slowing down the mind, doing things like meditation, being more observant of situations. So I wouldn't say don't go for something that's an opportunity, but what I would say is that you want to be mindful. And what you're needing to be mindful of is vibration, because it's that kind of honesty and clarity that the universe is always offering you based on what you're offering it, and it's giving back to you a feedback, hopefully that you will pick up, that will help you to make the right decision. So it's when you get the negative feedback, you're doing something that's not in alignment. And when you get that positive feedback, you are. So, you know, don't, you know, dismiss opportunities because it's a retrograde, but listen more carefully so that you know that this is the right vibration. This has the right vibration for you, and then go for it. So just get that this is about discernment and going within in this card. It helps. It's all linked into this. What Archangel Uriel is saying. You know what to do, and instead of being letting your mind get in the way, he's saying, you know, focus on your inner light. It's an intelligence. It's a divine intelligence. And that's what you need to help you to make decisions and to communicate clearly and effectively to others. Okay, Let's take a look. Let me just take a look and tune into this card for a minute and see if I get any additional information. So, yeah, and I just get a sense that there are big possibilities, but you need to think about them. You know, I get a sense of like, it's like, yeah, they're big, but they're limp. So think about them first. Make sure they you know, match you vibration. Sometimes people have a tendency to showcase things in a way that is not honest to what's going on in truth vibrationally. So just be a little bit thoughtful. Pay attention to people's vibrations, not to what they say, but make sure that what they say aligns with vibrationally. That what they're saying is, there's a vibrational alignment between what they're saying and what they are offering you. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. Okay, and we have the Three of Water. So this is a card indicating sort of it's a feeling, general feeling of celebration. I want to say a kind of generally you see here as three women. So like the grace is kind of a celebration. Could represent sisterhood. This card could represent some kind of announcement or birth, as the card says here. So let me just tune into this card and see what message I'm getting from this card from the middle of the week. And I'm feeling like that, so I'm seeing someone sitting in like a chariot, but they're facing me. And so there's a sense here of, you know, moving forward, or feeling a sense that you're moving in the right direction in the middle of the week. There's a sense that of, maybe this deals with some kind of advancements, or you sort of feeling like you're making progress in the middle of the week. I'm just seeing a sense of flow, nothing very, no challenges in the middle of the week here. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next card and come back. And for the end of the week, we have the Six of Air. Okay, so a very peaceful week. You know, both of these two cards here indicate that, and then with the card in the middle, I'm just getting a sense that there's not going to be a lot of rough patches in the week, but you know, here you're reflecting. Here that you're kind of coming out of something. So I'm getting a sense that you're going to feel good about possible decisions, or that you needed to make, or that something was communicated. Maybe, you know, that needed to be communicated was worked out, that you may discover what it is that you want to do. So because all these cards are sort of the minor arcana, I'm just getting a sense that this has more to do with you in this week, that sort of internal work and feeling better or more comfortable with yourself, feeling that you got some answers. You kind of went in within you were paying attention, and you know, you kind of come out of the situation with feeling a little bit more confident, or having more clarity or a better understanding from this week. It just feels like these cards together, all of them have a general message of just feeling a sense of inner fulfillment. So I would pay more attention to the inner transformation, and maybe with certain external situations that you feel a sense of harmony coming through for you. I feel like I'm seeing, something that has to do with children in this week. I'm seeing like a lot of children, and I don't know if this means if you're a teacher and you are leading, or you work with children, or if you're a social worker or something and you work with children. It feels like some kind of event is going to happen. And everyone will be happy and pleased, just from what I'm seeing. It could also mean that you are, stepping into your leadership roles, and you're feeling more empowered, and you'll find yourself guiding others. So maybe not necessarily children, it's going to be another role. So as a spiritual leader or something like this. Okay, so let me just tune into this card for the weekend and see if I get any additional messages. Okay. And now just seeing a sense of flow. And I just get a sense about something about community, as I just keep seeing a lot of people, some kind of event, something that maybe you were working on, and you have finally been able to pull it together, and it's like performance time, or the showcase time for the event, and that everything's going to be fine, everybody's really going to enjoy themselves, that people are going to get a lot out of it. It's going to create the shifts that you were hoping for, the things that you wanted to come out of this seem to go well. Is this sense I'm getting? I'm seeing a bridge for some reason. So like like the bridge in San Francisco or something like this. So maybe there's a sense that there's a bridge. I'm hearing bridge of communication. So you're going to create some kind of link or with others, or some kind of network, some kind of networking. That's going to happen in your own life, or you'll feel more connected to, they show me the word one, to oneness, to source. So you'll feel this inner peace within yourself. So just picking up those things about the weekend. In general, I'm just feeling that this week is all about you and personal development and growth for you. And the card I just pulled from the bottom is the Two of Waters. So this is interesting. We got 2 air cards and 2 water cards. And just it's like a balance. But this card represents what's influencing things underneath. And so this card is usually about relationships, or coming together, or possibilities for a new friendship or a new romance, kind of kindling between two people. This could also represent like relationships, like we've been talking about, this community, something coming together. So I feel like there's some kind of balance in this week for the number 2. Have faith as an angel number. I'm feeling a sense of an integration that we've been talking about with our higher self. The number 2 coming together there, that relationship that will affect the relationships and your life coming together, relationships with the projects and the things that you're aspiring towards, everything coming together. So this just confirms for me that in this week, things will come together, channel that love, and it will all just flow for you. So I'm sending you lots of love and thanking you all for your comments here on YouTube and on Facebook. I want to thank you for just, for anyone, all the people who've been, signed up for readings and really enjoyed the interactions. And if you're looking to have an angel reading, you can go to my webpage, theangelschool.com, which you can find in the description link here. If you haven't yet been to the Facebook page where I do the daily card messages Monday through Friday, you can also click on the link in the description box below and join me there and here every week. And so I send you lots of love and angel blessings. Until next week, God bless you all.